In a peaceful valley surrounded by majestic hills, the village of Noor thrived. Among its residents was Adam, a farmer with a kind heart but a heavy burden. His fields, once fertile, had turned dry, and his crops failed for the second year in a row. Nights found Adam sitting outside his small home, staring at the clear sky. His prayers were filled with questions. Ya Allah, what should I do? Why are my efforts bearing no fruit? Across the village lived Sarah, a widow raising 2 young boys. She earned a modest living weaving baskets from reeds she gathered at the riverbank. The drought had made even this simple task difficult, and Sarah's worries grew with each passing day. Her children, though young, often noticed her distant gaze. In another corner of Noor lived Sam, an elderly shepherd with a weathered face and a calm demeanor. Sam was known for his wisdom, often sharing stories with the villagers to ease their worries. His flock grazed on the sparse grass near the hills, yet he never seemed troubled by the drought or his own struggles. "Trust in Allah," he would say. "Hardships carry blessings we cannot yet see." One morning, Adam visited Sam as he guided his sheep along the hill's edge. "Sam," Adam began, "I've worked tirelessly in my fields, but the crops won't grow. I feel like Allah isn't listening to my prayers." Sam smiled gently and gestured to the grazing sheep. "Do you see how they follow me even when the grass is scarce? They trust that I will guide them to food. We must trust Allah the same way. Keep striving, Adam. Allah sees your effort, and His plan is always perfect." Encouraged but unsure, Adam returned to his fields. He dug trenches to direct the little water from a nearby stream. His hands blistered from the work, and his back ached, but he kept going, repeating Sam's words, "Trust in Allah." Meanwhile, Sarah walked along the riverbank, her empty basket in hand. The reeds had grown brittle, and weaving baskets seemed impossible. As she sat on a rock, she noticed Adam working in the distance. His determination struck a chord within her. That evening, Sarah knocked on Adam's door. "I see you working hard despite the drought," she said. "If you're willing, I'd like to help. Perhaps we can achieve more together." Adam hesitated but saw sincerity in her offer. "I could use the help," he admitted. "Maybe we can fetch water from the stream and tend to the fields together." The following days were filled with back-breaking labor. Adam and Sarah carried water to the fields, their efforts inspiring other villagers. Sarah's sons joined in, laughing as they helped plant seeds in the dry soil. For the first time in months, hope began to bloom. But the journey was not without challenges. One evening, Adam found that a trench he had dug had collapsed, washing away part of the planted seeds. He sank to his knees, frustration boiling over. "Why, Ya Allah? I've done everything I can." Sam, who had been passing by, stopped and placed a comforting hand on Adam's shoulder. "Do you remember the story of Prophet Yusuf? Peace be upon him," he asked. "He faced betrayal and imprisonment, yet he trusted Allah's plan. His hardships prepared him for something greater. Don't lose hope, Adam." As weeks turned into months, small shoots began to sprout in Adam's fields. The sight brought tears to his eyes. Sarah, too, found new reeds growing by the riverbank, allowing her to weave baskets again. They sold their goods in the village market, earning enough to sustain their families. One day, a merchant named Tom arrived in Noor seeking supplies for his caravan. Impressed by the quality of Adam's produce and Sarah's baskets, he offered to buy in bulk. The opportunity brought much-needed prosperity, but with it came new challenges. Meeting the demand required more effort and resources than they had anticipated. Determined not to let the opportunity slip away, Adam and Sarah rallied the villagers. They formed a team to work the fields, weave baskets, and prepare goods for Tom's caravan. The sense of unity brought new energy to Noor, and soon the village thrived. But just as they began to celebrate their progress, a sudden storm swept through the valley. The heavy rain flooded the fields, and the winds destroyed the marketplace. Adam stood amidst the ruins, despair threatening to consume him. "Not again," he murmured. "Why does this keep happening?" Sam visited Adam and Sarah the next morning, finding them working tirelessly to salvage what they could. "Do you see the rain as a curse?" Sam asked. "Or could it be the answer to your prayers? The soil needed water, and Allah has provided. It may not be in the way you expected, but His plan is always for the best." Sure enough, the storm had enriched the soil, and Adam's crops grew stronger than before. Sarah's baskets, woven from reeds that had thrived in the storm's aftermath, became more durable and sought after. Tom returned with even larger orders, and Noor's reputation spread to neighboring villages. Years later, Noor was no longer a struggling village. Its fields flourished, its market buzzed with activity, and its people were known for their resilience and faith. Adam and Sarah, now pillars of the community, often reflected on their journey. "Every hardship we faced," Adam said one evening, "brought us closer to Allah's blessings. Worry blinded me to His plan, but trust opened my heart to His guidance." Sarah nodded. "We couldn't see the path ahead, but Allah was guiding us all along. His plan was greater than we could have imagined." If this story touched your heart, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring Islamic stories. Trust in Allah's plan and stay connected for more.